brings a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
I'm ready.
This will be a good fight. Round one. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Blocks the jump in.
This is it.
The move whiffs and they get nailed with a punch counter. Gets through the opening. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Player 2 has a slight life lead that they may sit on. Can they exploit this advantage? Plenty of space between the two fighters, but who will decide to close the gap? Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. The super armor does its job. Low heavy hits, mix up incoming. Projectile to try and change the situation. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. That drive impact doesn't get through. Had the radar up and running. Scrapping it out up close. Next hit will end the round. Solid throw tag. And that attack ends it. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Was hungry for the grab. Hits him with a stopping block. Opts to continue the attack with the drive. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Player 1 needs to use the credit. Oh no, they're stunned. Player 2 has an empty drive gate. Big time whiff! Block super hard incoming. That's not gonna hit. Nothing stops this train. Jumps, side switch in the corner. Player 2 can't let this simmer. Hit a super art. Taking him up with a KO. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Only I can hear it.
Final round. Fight.
Bumps while they're blinking. Jumps up. Both fighters look to set things up as they continue to jostle. Vicious brushes that off and keeps going. The Condor wing at looking to impress with this super. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Player 2 has the super. Wow, sat and waited for this opening. Taps him on the toe. All in with a rush. Player 2 is on the brink of disaster. Both fighters are down to half-life. All the throw connects. What now? Betting it all on the drive rush. Hits that with confidence. Linchman. Player 2 is looking at a grim situation with burnout. Do it to him. Show the people what they came to see, Ryu.
What's wrong? Get up.
What are they gonna do? Burns out. The reaction's on display. Player 1 dumps them. Player 2 is a force to be reckoned with. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. So heavy, but no go. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fire. Ooh, what's this? What's gonna happen? Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. That should teach him you can't just throw out moves. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Lays on the pressure with the projectile. Throwing on even more pressure with the fireball. Will they incorporate that full drive gauge they have into their game plan? All right, what's coming up next? Player 2 is going to have a hard time managing their drop. Oh! The drive impact whiffs. Are they ready to punish? Strings it all together. This is a critical point of the round where they just need to go for it. Player 2 needs to hold out until their drive gauge recovers. Risky up-close scrap still going. In there! Player 1 with a good start to the fight, but can they keep it up?
Round two. Fight.
Immediate jump in. This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. Goes for a drive rush. They're looking to keep on the offensive for as long as possible. Okay, so you can use drive rushes just like that to launch attacks from much further away. Big opportunity now in this corner. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Player one holding on to that corner advantage. Jumps up. Super on deck for both fighters. Expect to see some fireworks. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Gets a risky buff in. Full stock on the Condor Wind. Gotta watch for a sudden surge. Player one will look to apply pressure here. Drive gauge on deck. A super art. They're going for the super art. Ooh, what a smart blow. The projectile connects, not giving the opponent any chances. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. The drive impact springs forward with the drive rush. Closes the distance. Player one is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Condor Wind is helping them start a storm. This is gonna hurt. Amazing! Oh my god, they just choked it up! Player two can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Hit them with the typhoon. Show how the Thunderfoot do business. Getting it all on a drive rush. Noticeable life lead is a comeback still closes it out. Player one is a force to be reckoned with. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Still very early in the round. Keeping track of the opponent's movements, waiting for a good opening. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge?
Okay, smile.
Who's gonna make a move? A battle of egos on display here as neither fighter wants to give up any ground. Will they build meter or just go all in on each other? Gaining some meter would open up the opportunity to deal huge damage, but that's easier said than done. Puts one in the pocket. Starts off zoning with fireballs. Halfway through the round now. Expect to see both fighters take it to the next level. How will both competitors use this remaining time? Okay, we're at the halfway point now. Backs them into the corner. Knockdown. Neither of them willing to back off. Throws them to negate the block. Taking stock.
Not good.
Gets the counter hit throw. With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive usage. Did well to get the buff in there. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the set? Charges forward. 20 seconds left. What are they both plotting? Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. They're going for the super art, taking them up KO. Player one wins the first round and is now riding a huge wave of momentum.
Round two. Fight.
Jumps. Down to the wire. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. That's how you force your opponent to do what you want so you can get a punish. Player two has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Out of drive gauge. Now's the time. Backs them into the corner in a hurry. Chases them into the corner and will now look to do some damage. The throw whips. Gets a risky big-time whip! Player one has a full drive gauge, but the drive impact doesn't work. Okay, here we go. Uses that wall pressure. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Bumps up. Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. Blocks it. Both fighters are raring to go. Full stock on the Condor Wind. Gotta watch for a sudden surge. max SA gauges. This can lead to some big damage. Drops him hard. Gauges said, get that jump in out of here.
Fire coming through!
What now? That's not gonna hit.
Nothing stops this train! Condor Wind is helping the Super Art to show off what a PhD in fighters can do for you!
There's the burnout. What's next? Jumps. Connects with the throw. What are they gonna do? Sets up with the jump in. The super hit. It's gonna be enough to kill. Perfectly planned, perfectly executed. I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Big grab punish count. Player one will look to apply pressure here. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. We're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Steps in for the throw. Player two can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Condor Wind is fully stocked now. Raiders' neutral game is now even more dangerous. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Player two is gonna have to wait for that drive gauge. Can they stick it out? In there! Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round two. Fight.
Immediate hits them with a stop and block. The next round digs in deep to get that drive in. Burnout activates. Gets them with the anti-air. Consistent anti-air is huge because shutting down the air game will let you dictate the pace of the match much easier. Player two in dire straits with burnout. Out of drive here. Now's the time. Super Arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. Jumps in. Smart play with the throw. Player one needs to use the threat of the corner.
All in with a rush!
Opts for the critical art.
The Raging Typhoon connects. Round and round they go. They're in for one rough landing.
Player two has depleted their tomahawk buster. Knocks off the tank and scores the win. Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Gets the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Player two pushes the opponent into the corner, buys some time by driving them into the corner, and now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning a fireball. Takes a trip. Sticks the jump in. Digs in deep to get that drive in. The Condor adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Life lead opens up. Ends the round with a punish counter. Living in the opponent's head rent-free right now. Player one with a big first round pickup. Can they close it out?
Fight.
Gets a risky buff in. Jumps. Blocks from Mohebi. This fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? The jump in is denied. Full stock on the Condor Wind. Gotta watch for a sudden surge. Hits them with a stop and pop. Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. It's back with the drive impact on the recovery. This punish counter presents a huge chance. That's not gonna hit. Player two will have to there's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. That's how you force your opponent to do what you want so you can get a punish. Player two just goes for it at this range. The super doesn't hit. This is the ideal range to utilize the fireball game. Looking for a chance. Close range projectile. Quick plunge anti-air. Excellent block.
Getting it all on the drive rush.
the brakes on the impact. Drive rush to keep it going. Reads the jump in perfectly. Noticeable life lead. No! Straight up the line. Closes it out. Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Comes a new challenger.
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
I'm ready.
This will be a good fight. Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Low kicks are a no-go. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Puts one in the pocket. Hits the back throw, looking to set something up to get more damage. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Condor Wind is fully stocked now. Lily's neutral game is now even more dangerous. Definitely answers the air attack. Takes a trip. They get driven into the wall, breaking their guard. Back throw for the side switch. Well-timed corner switch. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Both fighters are barely alive. Gets the throw and continues on the offensive. Player two holding on, springs forward with the drive rush. Tomahawk plus, knockdown and finishes with the throw. Player two on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round two. Fight.
Goes for the jump in to start. Ball brushes that off and keeps going. Did well to get the buff in there. Down to the wire.
They can't squander this punish counter chance.
Hits back with the drive impact on the recovery. This punish counter presents a huge chance. Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. We have super art on deck. There's still a chance to get in there. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
You'll never win against me.
Fight. Round. Fight.
The exchange blows. Barely blocks the jump in. Pumps the brakes on the impact.
Perfect execution with the anti-air.
Player one will look to apply pressure here. Big chance here to do some damage if they can keep the corner pressure up. Player walls flat into the guard break.
More fuel to the fire. Cook them up.
Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up.
Player one with the rhythm owning that space.
This can lead to some big damage. Are we gonna see a comeback here? This is so tense. A single hit will do it. What are they gonna do? Impact squashed. Wow, sat and waited for this opening.
Hits that with confidence. Dashes out the cage right there. Slices the gastrointestinal tract. Where you bring that Indian whooping ass to work.
This is the path I have chosen.
Player two can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. Pumps the brakes on the impact. Are you kidding me? Player one clinches the win. But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that.
Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight?
I'm ready.
This will be a good fight. Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Uh-oh. Falls short. Getting careless and missing a drive impact like that will leave you wide open. Decides to go in with the target combo. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. All right, what's coming up next? Timely side switch there, which will let him go on the attack. Takes a trip. Player one is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. That attack KO. Player two on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round two. Fight.
Goes for the jump in to start the round. Throws them to negate the block.
This is my chance.
Closes the gap for the grab. Watch out! Typhoon coming through. Ooh, brushes that off and keeps going. Gets a risky puck in. There's a wall splat. They can't do anything now. Thunderbird! And with Condor win stock, it's gonna deal even more damage. Player one, what a finish! We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win?
Final round. Fight.
Open with the jump in, the low. Misses the grab. Gets the throw and continue. Not looking good. The corner's a bad place to be. Going wild with the throws in the corner. Oh my God, they just choked it up. Throw heavy, but no go. Oh, they changed sides. Oh, here we go. Oh, yo, raw super hit. Player two. Ooh, what a smart throw. What's next? Crumble from above. Getting up close and personal. No calm, no hesitation or regret. Hits them with one. What a sick punish counter. Player two clinches the win. But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. This is gonna hurt. Gets a risky buck in. Grabs him. Good work staying in throw range there. Uh-oh. Falls short. Decides to buff up while they can. Player two is just about out of drive after that. Throws them to negate the block. Player two is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. KO. Player two on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Round two. Fight.
Goes for the jump in to start. Who's going to start things off?
This is
Smart throw. That'll do more damage than usual. Springs forward with the drive rush. Closes the distance. Oh, what's this? Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Uses the gauge for a super arm. Sets it up. Goes for the Shin Shoryuken. They're willing to go all in here.
What's wrong? Get up.
They must have a game plan here with a critical art on deck, but executing excellent block. This can lead to some big damage. Reads the jump in perfectly. No! Send off the wall!
Here I go!
Shreds them with a critical art. Such a smart play to go for in this situation. Fighting back against the odds and giving them a chance to win this. Okay, here we go. That was the highest if I've ever seen it. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Final round. Fight.
Open with a jump, pumps the brakes on the impact.
Here we go!
Mexican Typhoon! Hooks him! This is going to deal some big damage! Punish counter on reaction! It's back with the drive impact on the recovery. This punish counter presents a huge challenge. Player one, oh! Putting the cherry on top! Player one, punish counter sets the table! Charges up the platform! Okay, here we go. The low. Fireball pressure. Wow, what a close parry. Oh, here, turning him inside out and thrown. Are you kidding me?
shortage of drama.
Here comes a new challenger.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
I'm ready.
This will be a good fight. Round one.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book. Puts one in the pocket. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. What are they thinking here? That was a solid anti-air. Solid anti-air will shut down the opponent's air game and make it much harder to jump in. Holds out with a block. This is a real back and forth match for Seed. They definitely know what the other is capable of. Takes a trip. Gets the jump in. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? KO. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round two. Fight.
Immediate jump in. Got their eye on the air. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Ooh, drive rush to keep it going. The properties that attacks get from a drive rush make them a great tool for creating chances like that. Burnout activates. Sets it up. Goes for the Shin Shoryuken. They're willing to go all in here.
Get up.
Looking for a chance. Jumps up. Life lead is there, but still anyone can crowns him from above. Opts for the critical art. Gets the critical art. Even when the chips are down, they're still looking for a play to take this fight. Now they gotta think of a follow-up. Player 2 needs to hold out until their drive gauge recovers. This is a trick that was the highest if I've ever seen one. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now.
Close.
Final round. Fight.
Starts things off with a jump and whiffs. They're wide open. Manages to block the jump in attack. Jumps up. Smart play with the throw. Springs forward with the drive rush. Closes the distance. Nice. What? Anti-air. Player 1 is barely burns out.
Nothing stops this train. All in with a rush.
Looking to follow up after that. Sets up with the jump in. Both absolutely refusing to give up ground.
Putting it all up. They are done.
Player 1 comes out on top of that
Fierce battle. Talk about a show. That match had it all.
Round one.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Hits him with a stop and bop. Oh, they were looking for that overhead. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Blocking a jump in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Down to the wire.
My turn.
Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. Taking stock. Impacts a no-go. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Holds out with the block. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Inadire's nice. Sees the combo through and takes the round. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Blocks it. Who's going to start things off? Throws them to negate the block. Springs forward with the drive rush. The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Player one will look to apply pressure here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side step. Player two is not in a good place health-wise, but with a super art in play, it's still not over. What? What a finish! Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Fight round. Fight.
And whiffs! They're wide open! Jumps in! Oh, they're in the corner now. Side swing! Both painfully aware of the corner there. This is gonna be bad news.
Really says welcome to the club.
Okay, here we go. Throws them. How long can this offensive assault continue? Gotta do better than that. Player two. Ooh, what a smart throw.
Player's cleared for landing.
Here we go.
That's gonna leave a rattle flatline zone.
Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us.